All right, so it's not nearly as hot as it was last couple days, but it's still pretty hot. So I'm gonna go to the movies. Good evening. So first up, I went and saw Spider-Man. My short spoiler-free review, really, really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Probably, I'm gonna say, if not the best one, it's the best one since the first or second Sam Raimi. Like, it's quite good. Tom Holland's excellent at it. I really enjoyed the fact that like the characters actually were teenagers for once, as opposed to 30-year-old adults playing teenagers. What a concept! And also the post credit scene, possibly the best of all the post credit scenes of all, quite good. Um, Aside from that, though, I got a message from a friend of mine this afternoon, kind of threw me for a little bit for a loop. Um, a friend of mine started dating this guy a couple months ago, and basically said a few things that kind of tipped me off and maybe weirded me out a little bit. Um, Pretty early on, he was being a little emotionally abusive side. Basically, like knocking her down a peg, trying to get her to question herself quite a bit, and make her feel bad about her own choices and all that shit, which I think is horse shit. And I told her that. And apparently they had a chat, hashed it out. I guess it was good as far as I know. She lives like 1,000 miles away, so it's not like I see her all the time. But I messaged her this morning, just asked her how's life going, and basically replied that things were pretty rough, and she had moved out, and I guess the guy was punching the walls and broke some stuff in their house when she moved out. Um, this is all while I was in the movie, so I didn't have a chance to immediately reply to this. I did, contact her and basically just kind of said the whole like, look, this is not healthy. This guy is off his rocker, and people are throwing or punching walls, or gonna have punching into people pretty soon. Now this led to a pretty long discussion with my friend Trish when I got back house, and we were just kind of discussing the whole. I'm trying to think of a proper term for this without sounding bad, but it's kind of almost like a little victim complex of people people just get stuck in these abusive relationships and the psychology behind that. Because it's very easy to look at the outside situation and go, hey, what are you doing here? Why don't you leave? Blah blah. And I've had a lot of friends who've been in a situation like this, and oftentimes they're there for a very long time. Um, you know, from my perspective, outside in, looking outside in looks pretty easy to see what's going on, but I think when you're in the situation, it's a much different thing. Plus, there's the other lot of fear. Your self worth has been knocked down quite a bit of months of mental abuse. All this being said, I was pretty happy when I finally got a hold of my friend later on this evening. That she had moved out and is doing well, and realizes this is not a health situation, and is moving on, which is great because her ex is a piece of shit, to put it mildly. Probably also safe bet that a good thing that I'm also several thousand, or not several thousand plus miles away, because one of the few things that actually makes me want to commit bodily harm to somebody is abuse. So good on her for making the choice to get out. Kind of got me thinking that because I've had a few friends who've been in situations like this where they've had to go back to their stuff, and it's been really freaky. There almost needs to be some sort of network of large burly dudes who will escort women back to their apartments to go get their shit. Just as witnesses, just to hang out and preferably intimidate the piss out of these little pissant jackass guys who think it's cool to smack people around. I do know from a few of my friends that sometimes the cops aren't always helpful, and having to obey all the laws, like, hey, if your name's not leased, you can't go in. I do have a good friend of mine who basically lost pretty much all of her possessions because her psychotic ex wouldn't allow her back into anything, and she basically had to leave with her backpack. So maybe some big guys like me to go stand by somebody and just make sure to let get their stuff and get away would be a good idea. Anyways, it's been a long day, but I just wanted to kind of give a positive shout to my friend who managed to get away from a shitty situation, and give a little kudos to those of you who are in situations like this. You know all the bullshit psychology and crap is not your fault, and it's like it's not a failure to walk away. It's a good thing, and talk to your friends, because we're generally pretty understanding with this kind of shit. See you guys tomorrow.